Wait, when the... Kevin is a maniac! He touched the Gympie Gympie?
This video is sponsored by Keeps. Hello, Mr. World.
How did I miss this one?
Plant in the world. I see you're covered with a nice, luxurious head of stinging, painful hairs. I have a question for you. I know you're just a baby now, but what happens when you grow up and you lose all those luxurious, stinging hairs on your head?
I bet Kevin not only touches it, he eats
Guys will
it.
experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35. And if you were a human and I had a medical degree,
chicken foot.
I could help you with that. But with Keeps, you can get treatment in your own home and have all your information reviewed by a licensed medical doctor who will ship out your treatment right to your door every 3 months. Keeps is also affordable because it uses...
He just shoves it up his ass.
...and has already been FDA approved for hair loss treatment. Do you know what this plant and Keeps have in common? It takes 4 to 6 months to see improvement. So the sooner you start, the more improvement you'll see and the more hair you'll
I'll let his ad ride. I love
if you're
Kevin.
ready to take action, go to keeps.com/backyard or click the link down below.
Thanks for the gift sub, Neil. And the 5 gift subs miracles. Thank you.
That's keeps.com/backyard. Today I found out there's a plant that holds the title the world's most painful plant. And I guess I kind of already knew that this would happen, but I didn't know exactly how bad this plant could be. Spoiler alert, its nickname is the suicide plant. Gympie Gympie, as it's called, is native to Australia, and just how bad is it? Well, let's ask the locals. Like being burned by hot acid and electrocuted at the same time. Did meth, got naked to skinny dip in a lake, fell into Gympie Gympie, 2 to 3 weeks for them to return to normal, pain continued for several months. Used a leaf as a toilet paper, ended up shooting himself. I'm going to touch this plant. We're gonna go touch a bunch of different plants.
I hope he crushes
it.
it.
First up is a native plant in Florida. It grows in a park nearby, so I think this would be a good place to start our adventure. We're in the jungle of Florida looking for a painful plant. How do you pronounce that?
Cinderoscola stimularois.
Nidoscola arens var. Stimulosis.
First try!
Alright, so this is it. We found it.
He just snorts the Gympie
The plant
Gympie.
is
Yeah, I
covered
like
in a
that.
bunch of little hairs, but these are actually needles, and they're filled with a bunch of things like formic acid and histamine, and when you get hit by the plant and the needles break inside of you, it releases all that, and it hurts and it itches. So I've got the leaf right here, and you can see all of the little hairs on it. You can see that they're kind of soft. I can move them around with my finger. They won't stick into my finger, but I guess I'm gonna put it on my arm. So I'm just gonna put it on like that, slap it.
Oh, what an animal!
All right, who's next? Peter?
I'm gonna pass.
Peter? Peter reluctantly agreed to test the plant, and Will bravely took it head on.
I'm William Osmond, and this is the world's most dangerous salad. Why are we doing this?
It can't be that bad, because they were at...
Yeah.
This was filmed around the time that they went to our warehouse.
I can feel them like digging into you. You can see it's getting a little red already.
Already?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not great. You're getting welts.
It doesn't.
Dude.
It doesn't hurt.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh.
it kind of hurts, but it doesn't really hurt at all.
Mine's got just red dots.
Yeah, I've got red dots too.
You have more welts than me though.
Mine's just a bump. Okay, so overall, we would rate this plant a 2 out of 10. Peter says the mosquitoes are worse than the plant. The finger rot gets a 2. Now let's move on to the fishtail palm.
How's that? I ain't touching that.
What is this?
All right, so this is called the fishtail palm because this kind of looks like a fishtail, I guess. So I didn't know that this plant was poisonous until I was trimming it one time, and the sap got on my skin and it started burning. And I heard that the berries are actually a lot worse than that.
Are they edible?
Oh no.
But what do you mean by no?
I mean like, oh no,
Like
they're not edible. Like,
what do you think it tastes like?
pain. Inside of this plant, there's a bunch of
I hope he
needles
eats
in
it.
the
I bet
sap,
William eats it.
Microscopic needles in the sap, and when they get on your skin, they go into your skin.
Just
and they
poison
start
ivy?
burning. And if you break it open
I
and you
guess.
look at the like liquid inside of the berries, you can actually see the little needles on the inside. If you hold it up to the light, it just kind of shimmers. But we're gonna take it inside and look at what it looks like under a microscope so you can really see the tiny little needles in here. I prepared a slide for the microscope and it can already see the little needles with my bare eyes. These needles are known as raphides and they're made from calcium oxalate, which is the same compound that kidney stones are made from.
Whoa, you can eat a kidney stone berry?
There's still a little scientific debate whether the pain is caused purely from mechanical irritation of the crystals or if some of the plants lace them with a poison.
Oh my god!
Just eat it. Oh my god,
my
William,
God,
just
they're
fucking
like
eat it.
Daggers. It's like what you see in a mesothelioma commercial.
Now the real question is how much does it hurt and what does it feel like? So we applied a small amount to our arms and we were kind of underwhelmed at first until... Kind of starting to feel it.
It just hurts. Like, I feel like it's very uncomfortable.
It just keeps kind of getting worse, doesn't it? It's like not pain, it's itch. It's annoying.
It's really annoying. It really, really, really itches, and I like don't know how to make it stop itching.
Oh, it's itchy, dude. It itches.
I'm like scratching all around
Oh.
it. I really want to scratch it. It doesn't hurt. I want to itch it so bad.
I feel like the water made it worse almost. Well, it's actually gotten worse.
It doesn't hurt.
What was this
No,
one
it
again?
doesn't
It was
hurt.
the
It's just-
leaf
it just started
tip
just really itchy.
Yeah, it
dingleberry or
Mine
something?
itches
I already
right now.
I'm,
forgot.
like, trying to stay out of this circle. I
Fishtail
don't wanna, like, make
big
it
guy or
worse.
something?
Oh, this is kind of maddening.
Like,
So 1 out of 10. 10 being most painful. What would you say?
It's probably like a 4 or 5.
Okay. Kevin?
Yeah, I would say it's a 5 because it kind of like sneaks up and you don't know like when's it gonna stop.
If you had your whole
You have to
arm
try
covered in
all
these,
these
you
now?
would be
Yeah,
very
maybe.
much panicking right now.
Overall, we would rate this plant a 4.5 out of 10 on the pain scale. And next up is Gympie Gympie,
Let's
supposedly the world's
go!
most painful plant. Not only are we going to test how painful it is, but we're going to test out some myths about the plant too. This plant is known as the Gympie Gympie plant. So I got this plant from a collector as a tiny little seedling. After about 6 months, it's about this size.
Really?
And I've
That
been
sounds
very
cool.
careful to cut off all the extra flowers because I do not want more of these plants, trust me. The leaves on this plant are covered by thousands of silica hairs that break off and inject a neurotoxin like a syringe. And these peptides not only activate pain receptors, but they prevent them from turning off too.
How bad is this gonna be?
I would like rub your arm against it until you feel a spike.
Is there a resub ghost?
Oh,
Did you feel
I
it?
felt the spike.
All right, let me.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it immediately hurt. It's like I got stung by a bee.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to describe it because I feel like if I got any more than this, it would be really bad.
Whoa, it feels tight.
Yeah, this is.
His arm just falls
Oh my
off
God, it's like
instantly.
really bad.
It's look at this. Can you see this one? It's right over my blood vessel.
Wow. Dude, this is really bad.
It's like
acidic
hand
almost.
sanitizer in an open wound.
Yeah, it burns, but not like fire burn, like
Ooh,
acidic burn.
dude, I have. Oh my
Dude,
God.
these two are nothing compared to this. How do we make it go? How do we make it stop?
The first myth I wanted to test was to see if there was a way to make it better, and according to sources online, a dilute solution of hydrochloric acid would ease the pain, and wax strips would
I'm
help
pretty
to
sure
remove
none
the
of this
stinging hairs.
works.
I'm not feeling any relief.
I'm feeling like it's actually.
We talked about this shit on the podcast.
Unfortunately, the
Jackson
acid
brought it
didn't work,
up.
or we just didn't treat the area long enough. And we didn't have wax to try, but I don't think it would have worked anyway because the stings make your arms sweat so much that the tape wouldn't even stick. So it's not getting any better, but I've read multiple articles that say water and change in temperature makes it worse. So let's try that instead.
They're really small,
All right,
yeah.
Here we go.
Doesn't seem like suicide would be
Yeah,
better though.
It makes it worse.
Probably
It
not.
definitely makes it worse.
But they also only got one small needle on one small spot. The thing with the Gympie Gympie is, it grows like on like ground level, from what I remember. So you can just accidentally step on it and your whole foot's fucked.
So water definitely makes it worse, but what about something cold?
That's like a 10. That's a 10. That's a 10. I'm pretty sure that is like locally saturated for how much pain.
That's a good way to put
Wow.
it. I think it is. The only reason I'm not panicking right now is because I know that it's not dangerous. It's not like this is a burn. It's not like this is like some deadly chemical. It's just messing with your pain receptors.
Yeah.
Or else I would be kind of panicking. Because if you felt this much pain,
I would be
Thanks,
very,
Resub
very
Tail.
concerned.
yes. I don't know what I expected, but yes, water and changing temperature definitely made it worse. Another cool thing that I noticed is that if you use an infrared camera, you can totally see which arm was stung by the plant because it looks a lot hotter and you can actually feel the heat on your arm too. Now, is this plant really the most painful plant?
The answer is
I would say
yes.
It's definitely way worse than the other two, but there's some pretty crazy plants out there. I imagine falling into a cactus is pretty
Oh,
bad.
it's cheating.
The chenille tree is famous for inflicting burns and blisters, and contact with the sap of a giant hogweed will make your skin super sensitive to sunlight and give you extreme burns. Overall, though, I would give Gympie Gympie an
What?
8 out of 10 on the pain scale. When you touch it, the pain is pretty instant, it's right away, and it peaks at about like a level 8. The best comparison I could come up with is each stinger feels like a fire ant sting. By the end of the day, I would say the pain is like a 1 or a 2, and the next morning, the pain was pretty much non-existent, unless if you touched the area, got it wet or cold, the pain would instantly shoot up to like a level 9, which I would say is like a wasp sting or something, but it didn't stay there for long. It was kind of just like, ouch, and then it came
Thanks
right
to Tier
back
1,
down.
she loves
This stage
Sosa.
of hypersensitivity tapered off a little slower. After about a week, water and cold didn't really bother me anymore.
So taking a
I
shower
definitely
must
still
have been
feel the needles in my
miserable.
arms for at least 2 months. It was kind of like a little fiberglass. It didn't really hurt, but it was just kind of annoying and sensitive. So overall, what did we learn from this video?
Shit hurts. That seems like such a terrible way of getting rid of it. You'll just have the plant somewhere and you just step on it and die. God, that's so hardcore. Kevin and William are so fucking cool for doing that. God damn it. I wish I had the balls to do something like that. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go say goodnight to Tiana now. I'll be right back.